Hello everybody, it's Lori with DIY Nails, and today I'm going to do a very quick and simple tutorial on how to get an ombre nail with a glitter waterfall accent on top of your ombre. And I'm going to ask for forgiveness right now at the beginning of the video because I accidentally moved the camera and the majority of the video is filmed not on top of my nails. So I apologize up front, but as you know, you always wash your hands, push back your cuticles. I always clean with alcohol before I start the dipping process, and the dipping process starts with, of course, bottle number 1, which is primer, and step 2 is base coat. And again, I'm sorry that this is off camera, but I do cover the nail only about 3/4 of the way up, not touching the cuticles with the base coat. And then I use just 2 brushes that I picked up from the dollar store. And when you're applying the color to the back of the nail, you want to point your nail down, your finger and your nail down. And if you're applying to the front, you're going to want to point your finger up. And this provides a good even coverage, and you just want to make sure that all of the base coat is saturated with the powder. And then for the second base coat, I go just a tad bit closer to the cuticles, but I do not touch them because I don't want to have to worry about disconnecting them later on in the mani. This makes it simple if you just take a little extra time here at applying base coat and not touch your cuticles. And again, you just grab your brush, tap, tap, tap on the back of the nail, and here my nail is pointed downwards. And then when you're applying the color at the free edge, you just want to point your nail up for this ombre effect. So at this stage, I have actually done 3 full ombre coats, and this is technically coat number 4. And with this coat, I'm actually not going to thoroughly saturate the base coat. I'm just lightly sprinkling the 2 colors on, and then I'm going to go ahead and pick up a 3rd brush and grab that glitter, and I'm going to do a waterfall effect starting at the free edge of the nail, going back towards the cuticles. So for this process, you're going to want to point your nail up and then just lightly tap, using the most application towards the free edge and letting the glitter fall down the nail. And of course, if you're wanting a thick amount, you're going to want to tap on quite a bit. If you're just wanting a little bit, just tap on a little bit. And I proceed to do this with each one of my nails. So after you have finished, you want to grab your brush brush off all that excess powder and glitter. Always take this opportunity to clean off my area. And now we're going to apply the first coat of activator. And you want to be generous with this and also make sure you're capping your free edges. And what this is doing is just hardening up all those layers of dip powder. And you want to give this ample enough time to dry. I usually wait a couple minutes, and I feel like that it gives it enough time to harden up. I tap it just to make sure, and then I go to town on filing. I am a light filer, so I just generally use this curved file or any file, but it's 100 and then 180 grit side file, and I use the heavier side just to disconnect the edges and make sure that there's no product that has adhered or stuck to the cuticles. And then I flip it over and use that 100 grit side just to buff it lightly, just to smooth it out on the top. Or you can use a buffing block, which I do use sometimes as well, but I just do a quick file. It just takes a few minutes, and then I'm ready to move on. Make sure that you brush off all of the particles very well. And then the next step is to grab that activator again and thoroughly saturate those nails and cap those free edges. And I usually only allow this to dry for a couple minutes, again, maybe 1 or 2 minutes. And then I go in with my first layer of top coat. And of course, I try to move very quickly and in thin strokes. I try to usually only do about 3 strokes. Sometimes it takes more to make sure that it's smooth. And you also want to cap your free edges as well. The top coat dries very fast with this dipping system, so it usually only takes between 30 and 45 seconds. Sometimes I give it a minute just to be on the safe side, and then I go on with my second top coat. I even cap those free edges with a second top coat, and the shine stays for weeks. I just absolutely love this top coat. And then you are done. Grab your favorite cuticle oil and rehydrate all the cuticles and the skin around your nails from dipping and using acetone and alcohol and such, and you are finished. This mani you can have done in less than an hour. Looks like you just stepped out of the salon and you only paid a couple bucks. How awesome is that? You can find all of your dipping essential needs at DIYnails.dipsydip.com. Thank you for watching. See you next Monday.